Hey guys, name's Fun. Are you ready for time warp time?
Hello. That took a rather long time to load. For you it must have been a small jump, but for me, I don't know if I have it in me.
We're sorry there's been a death in the family here. Please move out of our way while we carry this body away. Hey guys, it's Finn playing some Dark Mod. Enough of the morbidity. Last time I read a book, which you may or may not have heard me read. This time, I picked up a key to the well, and I'm not sure if I've come across the well yet, but I am pretty much decked the heck out and not skipping anymore. Sometimes a restart helps, even if you're not rocking Win 98. Except, kind of, here we go back. Well, maybe not. Well, there's the nooses. Let's type some text under it, and oh yeah, oh shoot, the Dark Mod guys are hard. Well, except he's just running towards the door. He's just super eager to kick that book. He hates that book. It's pornographic. Even though it's violence, and that's not the same thing as pornography, but let's have a really super ultra annoying character in our hit movie who claims it is. And then just string together a whole bunch of scenes of a kid at a therapist doing inappropriate things as if it has any importance to the plot other than to make the viewer very, very awkward feeling. But then again, I didn't finish it because after 45 minutes I simply couldn't stand anymore. It's possible it was the most heavenly thing ever, but I'm not really going to find out, am I? Now that I've said a controversial line on the internet, get away! Well, that's getting away enough, I suppose. You just close that door. Except you're going to come right back, aren't you? Yeah, he does breathe. Man, that is super awesome. I remember somebody was asking up on them TEG forums, about you mean Thief Editors Guild. In other words, how to edit for Thief Yo. They were asking how to do that. And I think they eventually figured something out, but it was pretty tricky. And, it was all pretty impressive sounding, you understand? Sir, new cell doors now installed. The incident involving the lockpicks won't be repeated. New doors cannot be picked and require keys. Given the level of intelligence among the guards, a single master key will open every cell. Lieutenant Benson. Don't bother dusting this desk. I will take care of it myself. And keep your charwoman hands off my certificate from the Lord Mayor. I've been finding fingerprints on it lately. What the hell's a charwoman? Is that like the ultimate form of a Charmander? Or is it a misspelling of chairwoman? Or is it... what a euphemistic poster. Or is it some weird legal term such as ombudsman and estoppel? I'm an astute observer of things that I can make fun of sometimes. Well, that's a grandfather clock. I will also make fun of grandfathers. They're old and one of them just died at the beginning of this video. 10? I will wipe me nose on it. So I reckon there's a secret passage here. Is astoundingly, I'm remembering something I read from a note. At least I think I am. Oh look, more keys. Records room, evidence room. Do I really only have one of these? Didn't I just pick them with lockpicks? Well, I guess quickness is a thing worth paying for, and by paying, I mean stealing. Yep, nope, yep, nope, nope, yep, nope, it was. Okay, but now I don't think you can slash banners in the Dark Mod, so instead, this chair is somehow extremely light that it barely weighs me down at all. I guess they're conserving resources. After all, a world war just happened, and people are only buying cars, not furniture. Damn, I love cars! Anyway, so I'm just kind of looking for a button or a switch, which will temporarily open a secret door. Gotta admit, that guy's voice is pretty sexy and stuff. Oh, you can't pick that up. It's not gonna amusingly go through the bookcase like in, last in the series mission. But seriously, man. Where be's a thing? Oh, I've got a light. Hey, that's amazing. I don't think you can slash these. Try. Yeah. The Dark Mod kind of misses a few details of what? Oh, I thought I heard something open. Kind of misses a few details of the Thief engine and the Thief world. Like, splattering rag dolls, which I should add, Shadow Warrior does perfectly well, so... And slashing banners, just like little things that still feel more complete in the Thief games, but it is the details that make the world or something. The thing about these switches, if indeed it is a switch, is that they're so obvious in hindsight when you know where they are. Oh. Yep. The one place I didn't look. Of course it won't be a book. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyways, what the hell did that do? It's a secret passage, so it should open... Oh, 1 and 2. try. Oh, it's an elevator. Oh. And that's... that what? Is that meant to be a teleporter? Is it a glitch or something? That's the silliest ass passage I ever did see. My darling, I'm all packed and ready to go. I can't wait until we get to our new home. I'll be more than appreciative, wink wink, when we don't have to skulk around in secret. We can skulk around out in the open. Clarice. Oh dear. Wardenfielder, this is to notify you that if the loan on your house isn't paid in full by the end of next month, we will have no choice but to foreclose. We are sorry to have to do this, but times are tough. Sincerely, Eberson Goodweather, Sr., Vice President, Commerce Bank. And that doesn't bring up an objective. Well, I found out why the warden may be trying to embezzle something. I don't remember. Is he trying to embezzle something? I don't know. I just switched lockpicks in the middle of a pick. That's great. This is the Ace of Spades, or of Clubs, themed thing. Oh, hey, it's a journal. Let's take a sneak peek, shall we? Well, ready those buttons and you know what I'm talking about. Installed Clarice in an apartment near the docks. It's not the best part of town, but I can't have her running into my wife, Giselle. It's going to cost some coin, but I'll manage somehow. I'll use my secret exit to the vacant house on Bank Street when I need to see her. My darling Giselle wants to add a room to the house. Our neighbors are jammed up against us on both sides. What are we supposed to do, knock down their houses? I suppose we could add another story, but that's expensive. And worse yet, she wants the new room for her mother. I can't imagine living under the same roof with both of them. Clarice is more demanding of late. I'm meaning to cut her loose and find someone else. Oh, maybe that was the wine, but Clarice is more fetching lately. She talked about moving to another city and starting a new life. Again, probably just the wine talking. Giselle won't shut up about the house. Clarice's offer is sounding better and might just be the answer. Also been thinking about the evidence room of late. Some of that stuff's worth a fair bit of coin, and it's been awaiting trial for years. Shame it's just sitting around, doing no one any good. Maybe I'll take some out and admire it for a while before putting it back. No one's noticed anything missing from the ER. Maybe I should fence it, which would help with my coin problem. I could use Tom Grady, a blacksmith by day and thieves' accountant by night. It's a lot, but I'll need more to keep Clarice happy. That bloodsucker Goodweather at Commerce Bank wants to foreclose on my house. Who does he think keeps the thieves off his doorstep? Maybe he needs a lesson in how dangerous this city can be. I figured out how to deal with Goodweather and take care of my coin problem at the same time. I contacted a childhood acquaintance, a nasty thief named Gru. He agreed to break into Commerce 3 nights from now using the alarm code I gave him. I told him to keep the coin and fence the rest with Grady. What I didn't tell him was what would happen afterward. I'd love to be there when Goodweather hears of the theft. I saw Captain Marston watch Station 13 at a function today, and he told me about the murders in his district. The murders sounded similar to an unsolved case from years ago. Thinking back on that case, I concluded that Marston might already know the killer and wouldn't investigate thoroughly. I told him to send me the evidence and I would handle it. He was upset at first, but I pulled rank and the evidence arrived this afternoon. Lieutenant Benson can handle the investigation. Clarice has been at me about leaving the city. I told her to bide her time, that we'd be gone soon. Giselle wants to know when we can start the addition. I told her to bide her time, that she'd be living with her mother soon enough. Gru's doing the job at midnight. Who wants to live with their mother after finally moving out? Gru's doing the job at midnight. In the morning, I'll have Lieutenant Benson send Sergeant Smithson and his crew to pick up Grady and the contents of the strongbox, and based on an informant's tips. And Benson says Grady's in a cell downstairs, and most of what was stolen from Commerce has been recovered. Everything's locked safely away in the evidence room. Ha! Tonight, I'll add the new arrivals to my collection. I sent a messenger to Goodweather with the good news. The bad news is that we have to keep the stolen merchandise for evidence. Sorry, but the law is tough. Benson sent Smithson back out to grab Gru. Names, another tip. No one will believe that scoundrel if he mouths off and tries to drag me into this, but I can't leave any loose threads. Clarice and I can leave tomorrow after Gru's trial. I'll see to it he's convicted and hung before noon. The disposal crew is ready to drop his body into the well. A suitable resting place for my old friend. Shared childhood or not, I can't have him tell him stories after I'm gone. The snow is supposed to get worse tomorrow. I'll have the grounds crew put up the awning on the observation deck. Can't have a blizzard spoil a good hanging. I'll bet a fine bottle of Braden wine and a block of cheese on my balcony would go well with the sight of Gru. What? Dangling from a rope. Who could I invite to sit with me? As for the house, good weather can have it, rats and all. As for Gazelle, she can move back in with her mother. They deserve each other. As for Clarice, I think I'll borrow a few bottles of wine from the kitchen to celebrate our new life together. I must remember to collect the valuables I stored in the cellar of the vacant house. Can't fence them through Grady now, poor chap, but I can't leave them sitting around. There's bound to be a reliable fence where we're going. Oh, I think there may have been some important info, but again, I'm not going to remember it. Now, what is my loot, like 3,000 something? Oh, it's optional, but it's like 6,000. It's a little steep. Oh, whoops, I did that opposite record thing again. That's the downside of my style. Anyways, first I was all like, hey, there's 3 buttons. One goes down to an unmarked floor, and then I was like, blah, blah, teleport, it's silly, blah, blah. And it was like, oh, it's a passage, and then I was like, unaccounted space. Maybe this is the great hall of imagination, because you have to use your imagination to imagine how it could possibly work. And then I'm like, damn, I've seen this sack before. All the sacks are spilling. Oh, you know what that reminds me of? Anybody played Scratches? Let us speak no more of it. And then I moved this crate from on top of there, and I was like, oh, hey, somebody hid some loot. And then I kind of went up the stairs. And this is the greatest fan fiction ever. Oh, crap. And then I was like, what does this switch do? Does it do an alarm or turn the lights on? And it didn't seem to do anything, so then I reloaded. And then I renounced my red and black uniform and donned something more muted and melded into Pony Society with a lot more verve and vigor. Somebody took the door a little bit too literally and kind of got fired for it. Wow.
What was that?
I love how they're playing cards. It's the AI actions. It's a little stiff looking, but hey, his hands are kind of bony and full of verve and vigor.
What was that?
Okay, no matter what I do, they're gonna notice. They might notice the loot. They'll definitely notice me putting out the candle. Probably.
What made that sound?
So...
Walking the north end?
Yeah.
Oh. Playing cards with that face helmet? It's probably a fine idea.
What I see there? What's that?
Give me that gump.
What's that I see there?
Man, the physics are silly. Okay, scouting. Is this actually bloody loot? No. There's nothing good in this room at all. Okay. Man, this place is just weird. There's all these switches around, but there's no lights. And,
What made
Key
that
on you?
sound?
Noise?
What?
That's a strange noise.
I can't use the lockpicks? Hey, I'm trying
What might that be?
to use the lockpicks, but it's just
What might that be?
shooting the door. Weird. Okay, does this do anything? I don't get it. Maybe I'm supposed to just switch all of them?
Noise?
This whole thing seems
What was that?
What made that sound?
weird. No, I guess I'll just leave those guys to strangle their cards and move on to pastures new? Am I in a different building or freaking what? Whoa. Wine or blood, 'twill be the same durance for him in the end? What is going on here? Well, there's going to be something mystical happening in this mission, or at least in this story, because of the freaking ancient ruins. This building is very, very suspect. Like, it's intriguingly so. But I can't seem to be able to get up there. So, yeah, again with these switches. I hope that pressing them is not going to cause me any grief. I mean, there's not even any installation for lights that would make it have any sensicalness to it.
What was that sound?
Huh. This is one dilapidated-ass building. Okay, I don't like the looks of this. There's blood there. And there's nobody here. There's gonna be a ghost or something. You just know. Oh, crap. Why? Oh! It's the guy in the book said it's his secret passage out to some place that I forgot what it was. Well, this must be it. But really, you're allowed to explore all up in here, but there's basically nothing even really for it? I mean, I'm all for realism, except when I'm not, but really. That door, though. Well, that guy I can't KO. Those two I might be able to. But... how do I,
I can't see.
What was that?
After
You're supposed to be...
Everybody.
oh, jeez, no. You can't just drop it in this game, can you? There's a few too many keys to be able to know what to do in an emergency in Dark Mode. Maybe that door just can't be opened at all. Like, it looks like this room is designed that, like, no way, no how could you do anything here. Unless I've... one of my
What
keys...
might that be?
I mean... like... this looks like it's probably not even in the jail. It's some other place.
Noise?
I think this door might be fake. Unless one of these guys has a key on them, but I'll just assume not. Okay, let's see what happens when we teleport back up and, here. That is the silliest looking thing. It must be intentional or something, but I just can't quite imagine how or why. Right, he uses secret exit to the vacant house when he needs to see her. And I did get the valuables from the basement room place, so that's good. Putting one word after another. Okay, there's the fielder, there's the records. Evidence is probably up here then, and I think I do have the key. Maybe I'll find the sharp sword up in here. Lieutenant Benson, first read the evidence sent over today from Captain Marston at Watch Station 13 regarding a series of murders in his district. Then mount an investigation into those murders. You know the routine. Do not discuss any results with Marston or his men. It's possible these murders are related to a similar string of murders 5 years ago. Look through the looking glass, the records, for anything to do with Giles Deacon. Warden Fielder, feminine W. Oh, this must be important. The West District murders, Lieutenant Benson. After interviewing people in the West District, it sounds like the crimes could be the work of one Giles Deacon. Though he has never been convicted of anything, he has a certain reputation among the city's lowlife. Deacon has earned the nickname Ghost, as it's claimed he can slip in and out of places undetected. Oh, reference. Deacon was questioned 5 years ago by then-Lieutenant Marston about a string of murders in the West District that were eerily similar to the current murders. He was released after a dozen friends gave him alibis, placing him at several card games and bear fights at the time of the murders. No other suspects were questioned, and no one was ever convicted of those crimes. After putting word on the street that I was interested in Deacon's current whereabouts, I received a tip that he's holed up in the Warrens, the flooded quarantine section of the city near the docks. The Warrens is a dangerous place. My men and I will have to be careful bringing Deacon in for questioning. Oh, that's that yeah, then. Oh, what is that? Find a clue? Well, it's something. Knocking him down slightly here. Okay, now where's that good sharp sword? Ooh, very sharp sword. I like it. Well, there's that. So, yeah, we are sort of bowling him down like bowling pins. Again, teeth are getting tons of armor up in here. Septimus's journal. Are you ready? Then we'll begin. Septimus went down to the Dingly-Tingly Dell. Here he sold contraception. As master of the Builder's Forge, I keep track of production levels, and I've noticed an odd trend of late. Gold and silver donations to the church are melted down in the forge and used to make religious objects, which are then shipped to builder churches around Bridgeport, Braden, Glenham, and Eastport. Lately, donations have increased fourfold, and instead of increasing our production of crosses and statues, Bishop Barrow has added quotas for bullion and coins, which have no religious value. Why melt the donations if they're only going to be made into new coins and bars? Something's wrong. Bishop Barrow raised the quota for bullion and coins and lowered the quotas for religious items. Well, he's being practical then. Good. Non-religious items have become the lion's share of the forge's production. Production of religious items has fallen to a new low, and a discreet discussion with a visiting priest revealed that the outlying churches are receiving none of the new coins and bullion. I asked the priest not to discuss the matter with the Bishop Barrow for now. Where are the coins and bullion being sent? I came upon Father Samuel, the church procurator, as we were crossing the cloisters today. I decided to ask him about the production quota changes, but just then Brother Baleford ran up to us with the news that a small fracture had appeared in the side of the forge. I turned to Father Samuel and said that we would need to shut down for repairs. Samuel told us there was no time for that we needed to keep the forge operating and meet our monthly quotas. Then he turned and walked away. Odd. Today, Anna asked how much longer I would continue working at the builder compound. We've saved enough coin to leave the city, but I told her I needed time to pick and train my replacement. She's eager to retire to Eastport, closer to her family. I, too, am ready. I have been forge master for far too long, and I don't like the new production quotas. My workers are beginning to make small mistakes. They're exhausted. The forge crack has not grown in size. Thank God for small blessings. I met with Bishop Barrow today. It did not go well. He listened quietly to my concerns about the quotas, the cracked forge, and my workers. He simply replied that we must keep production up, and the workers should wrap themselves in the glory of doing the church's work. That should be sufficient to stave off weariness, and God would keep the crack small and not let it grow and endanger those working the forge. I told him I was leaving in a month and recommended that Brother Baleford take over my role. He agreed. It was only as I was leaving his office that I realized he had not replied to my questions about the quota changes. There was a fearful murder in the district last night. Lord Barriston had his throat cut. The watch has put more men on the streets, but Ada is scared to death. We can't leave soon enough. Something is very, very wrong. Because of Bishop Barrow's behavior, I've come to suspect that he's involved in something underhanded. The religious statues and crosses we used to make are almost an afterthought now. This makes no sense to me, but Bishop Barrow insists that this is what we need to do. Perhaps I need to visit the Builder Patriarch and tell him of my concerns. 2 more murders in our district last night. Anna is pressing me to leave Bridgeport as quickly as possible. Well, you seem like a decent chap. Get in, read your father's journal. Is that my father? My father was a master father, forger father? Oh, hey, guess I'm stealing from him or from somebody. Wow, this is the freaking motherlode. This shelf contains items stolen from Commerce Bank. They will be returned to the bank as soon as the case is closed. Well, hey, I can't steal that. Hey. Oh, I can. You know, weird. You gotta get that crap out of your face before... Wow. Yeah, thank you. This shelf contains... Oh, what? This shelf contains items removed from the home of Septimus and Steele after their... Oh, shoot. That's right. They're my parents, and they were killed, of course. My dad was a decent chap, and he was killed. Oh, that's how it goes. At least that's what Iron Maiden has taught me. Well, an objective happened. I'm not sure which... Find your parents... Oh, I see. Jeez, so many keys for things. Okay, well, I think I shall leave it here. And if you're still around, well, congratulations. You listened to a book and or you skipped it. Either way, you are a guy. Cool. I'll see you later. Bye for now. Or maybe you're a girl or something else. I don't judge here. I just play and be silly.